What are you currently listening to? Welcome back to Welcome back to After Our Happy Hour. We are your chaotic because our co-hosts. I'm Jamila.
I'm Vicky. I'm Sharon.
For today, we are back with another music sesh. If you're new here, basically we just share a song to each other that we listen to, and we get our opinions on it, as well as share any other songs that we want to share. And sometimes we go into topics about random things, or we just catch up about our lives. So this is kind of like catch up / music session, very casual. So yeah, let's get started.
Howdy, y'all. The song that I recommended, sorry, Sharon, we're cutting her off left and right today.
Okay.
The song that I recommended is called Dahlia by Isa, I-S-A. My guess is neither of them like it, but I just wanted to push this artist because I really like her.
How'd you find her?
TikTok.
You're not wrong.
Oh, I like the chorus.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like I think the rest of the song I was like kind of meh, but once it hit the chorus, I was like, oh, I like this. And then when the chorus ended, I was like meh. And then when it hit the chorus again, I was like, oh, I like this. So if I could just listen to the chorus, I didn't save it because I just like the chorus.
Sharon completely didn't like it?
Okay, I listened to your guys' songs when I was leaving the airport, so I feel like I need to listen to it again, but it's not my type of... It's R&B, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's not my type of R&B because her voice is very airy and there's no build up in the song.
Yeah.
Because I read her bio a little bit. First of all, she's like really pretty. She has a really nice nose.
She's so pretty.
So I like looked at her, I stalked her Instagram and I saw her side profile. I was like, damn, she had a hella nice nose. But the way she described her style on Spotify is that it's kind of a little bit island mixed with like reggae.
Yeah, and then R&B.
A little bit R&B. So I felt the island kind of chill vibes in the beginning. And so when the chorus dropped, I was like, oh, this is like kind of interesting.
Yeah, she's Indonesian and Chinese, I believe.
Oh.
So I saw her, she posted on TikTok to push her music, and this was a song that she talked about, and then she did a like brief bio about herself, and I was like, oh my god, you're Chinese, I want to listen to you. And so I found her, and I've been listening to her music. Let me change my battery pack.
Sorry.
On a side note, as we're waiting for Vicky to change her battery pack, we went to Olen's the other day, and then she like got a new pair, or she went to contacts the other day, and she got a new pair of contacts, and then she gets her eyes measured every single time, right?
Measured?
Yeah, to like get your degrees, your prescription.
I don't think that's called measure. I think that's you get your prescription.
Something like that. Something like that, okay? Because it's a degree. You measure your degrees.
Sure.
And then she like got her boxes, and on there it says like 600, and I was like, Vicky, don't you usually get like 300? And then she's like, I don't know, like they just measure it for me. And she's like, maybe I'll see better now. And she tried it on like yesterday, and she's like, holy shit, like I could see the world clearly now.
Okay, wait. To be fair, before I wear daily lenses, and I have very specific daily lenses. Like it costs extra for me to buy them because I have stigmatism and my eye shape is toric. So it's like special contact lenses that they always have to order. It's never in store. So then I was like, oh, if I do colored lenses, like I don't want to special order them. And normally like getting the regular ones fit fine. It's just my prescription isn't perfect. So for the longest time, I thought it was because of those special circumstances that make my eyesight a little blurry when
little? Are you sure? Like sometimes I'll be showing her something like at this level or at this level, and she's like, I can't see it, and she has to go to like this level. I'm like, oh right, your contacts are just for decoration.
Dude, I thought it was like that for the longest time, and I get it checked like every month to get new lenses, and each time it's always like 3.45 and then 4.75 for my eyes. For some reason, the last one we went to, she measured like 5 and 6 for my eyesight, and I was like, oh shit, like let's see if this works better, and it does.
I feel like Vicky should just update her bio to I'm really good at sitting in my misery. I guess that includes being blind. Like what? Huh?
It's because it's only when I stare at small text or like when I have to read something on my laptop and I'm far away from it, then I can't see. And it costs money to get my prescription updated. It's so expensive.
I'm glad you see the world how we see it now.
Thank you. Why would I want to see the world anyways?
Did you guys know that there's a proper way to put on your contacts?
Is it the little tweezerly thingy?
No, like there's 2 lines on your contacts. Do you guys know that?
I never see it.
No.
So it's not just me. Oh my god, I was gonna include this in my vlog, but I spoke too much, so I was considering taking it out. But basically, on your contacts, there's line here, and you're supposed to measure that vertically and put it on your contacts like this. So if your two lines are put in like this or just not straight, your freaking vision is blurry. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes when I put in my contacts, I'm like, why is it blurry? It's because it's not straight.
But then the way they make the contacts, if you blink, it should just naturally go back into that form.
That's what I remember. Like, I'll just blink throughout the day and then it'll be fine. But then
Yeah.
at first when I put it in, it's like,
Yeah. That's why people think I'm fucking weird when it's the middle of the day and then I touch my eyeball to move my contact and they're like,
Okay,
why
that's
do you do
weird.
that? It's because of that. Because sometimes it rotates and then I'm like, oh, it's blurry. So I have to move it back to the original spot so that it's not blurry.
I've never experienced this problem.
I do that.
I never have to put my finger in my eye after. Vicky just has problems like always.
I literally don't know.
Anyway,
Have I told you guys? I told Jam. Sharon, I don't know if I told you, but every time I put in my contacts, I think of that date that I went on with History Guy because we were like talking and then he looked at me and he was like, hey, are you mixed? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, but your eyes are a different color. And I was like, oh, I'm wearing colored contacts. And that was one conversation. And like a couple 30, 40 minutes later, he was like, so when you look at the world, is there a color over it? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, he was like, because your colored contacts, it's like a color on it. So like, is there a film of color? And I had to explain to him that like, no, it's crystal clear. And like, why would girls wear it if there's a film of color over their eyesight? Oh my goodness.
why are men so freaking dumb?
I don't know. I was so like astounded that he asked me that. I just like had to take a pause. And so now every time I put my contacts in, I just think of him.
Dude, speaking of dumb men, but I was on the plane today, right? And I was sitting next to a couple, and I couldn't hear the girl most of the time because she was like sitting on the furthest end of the row, and the guy was right next to me. But I like was watching a movie too, but like it seemed like they were having an argument, so I like intentionally put the volume down because I wanted to hear. But I think like the girl was saying something about how when she was on her period, like she didn't like how he kind of like treated her or something. Like it was something I couldn't hear her very well. And then she was just trying to explain like where she was coming from. And then all I heard from his end was just like, I think I saw gaslighting for the first time. He was like, well, I was there your entire house. Like he said things like, maybe we should just avoid each other when you're on your period or like around that day. And you're not taking into consideration about how I felt. Like, okay, I'll just never make a joke anymore. And like, it was like
What the fuck?
very like he kept interrupting her but trying to be nice and like, no, I understand where you're coming from, but blah 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 blah. And at the end of the conversation, the girl ended up apologizing, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it means to be gaslit? Like,
Wait,
you
what
think
does
at the end of the day,
gaslighting means?
let's say I think the guy is in the wrong, right? But he like keeps saying things, and then at the end, I'm like, oh shit, like, am I in the wrong? You're kind of persuaded that it's your fault.
Yeah, it's like when the person who's at fault is making you feel like you're the problem, not them.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. Anyway. So yeah, Vicky, your song was okay.
Thanks. Moving on.
Yeah, I could go next. So the song that I recommended is called Moss, and the artists are Mud the Student, Mino, and Bobby, and it's from the competition show Show Me the Money. My guess is that I feel like Jam would like it for like gym purposes, and then I feel like Vicky would like it because it's hip hop. I mean, because it's rap, but I don't know if she likes the screechiness of it.
I really liked it.
I did too.
You did?
I really like the. Is it the screechiness? Like that? I think it's like during the chorus or something. But I really like the background of the melody. Is that what's called the melody? The beat?
It's
Yeah.
like very chaotic. That's why I didn't know if Vicky was gonna like it.
Yeah, I added it to my gym playlist, but I can see why you liked it.
How'd you find it?
So I was gonna bring this up in today's conversation, but I drove back from LA with my brother, and then I don't know how this came up, but he played a Changmo song, and I really liked it. And I was like, oh my god, this is Changmo. And I was like to my brother, oh, do you know Meet Me in Toronto? Because Vicky, that was one of your songs during music sesh. And he was like, oh my god, Changmo's my favorite artist, and blah blah blah. And he made me watch a bunch of videos, and then he started playing his music, and this was one of them. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't know, like, because one, it was Bobby, and I was like, I'm gonna like it, but two, I haven't heard this song before, and when he played it in the car, I just got like so much chills. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. So that's how I found it.
Was that a bonding moment with your brother?
I wouldn't say bonding, but like he doesn't have terrible taste in music, so I'll give him that.
That's a plus.
The song just makes me realize how much I like K-rap in particular. Anyone knows songs like this? Let a girl know, please.
Did you listen to the rest of the Show Me the Money soundtrack?
No.
Maybe you should
I
try.
intentionally looked for Bobby and I didn't see anything else. I was like, okay.
I hate you.
Maybe another day.
My song is called My Oh My by A-Pink, which is a girl group. And I'm going to say both of you guys didn't like it because you guys never like girl group songs. But I didn't really have any other songs to send because I just been listening to like girl groups / 17 stuff. But I really like it. This is my favorite song off their newest album.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think I need to listen to it again, but I don't think it's my preference in girl group music.
Yeah, because you like the more like powerful like ITZY or something. I don't think Vicky liked it at all because she never likes girl groups. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I was like really contemplating should I send this because I know for a fact that you guys are not gonna like it, but I was like I don't have any other songs to send, so I was like okay, I'll just send this one because I've been listening to a lot. But then later on I found out that Keshi had a new song. I didn't like love it, but I liked it, but I was like I don't want to change it just for sake of it, so I'll just mention it now. But it's called Get It, and it's like featuring someone else, but it's not like the typical Keshi song where it's a little bit more like R&B and stuff. It has a little bit of a heavier drop or heavier bass in there, so I thought it was like a little bit different from his regular stuff. He's been dropping a lot of new songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Vicky just looks dead.
I know.
I'm telling you, I feel so socially dead because we went out yesterday, or I went out yesterday.
Classic. Guess what, everyone? By the way, you know how we were supposed to do a reunion reunion at Coachella? Vicky bailed.
I had good reason to, bro. Because the whole reason I bailed was like the morning of me and Jam were trying to figure out how to get to LA, and it was just like significantly harder for me to get there. If I could fly and like not have to bother people to drive me, then I would have just flown. But even flying, I have to ask people for help to get me to Coachella, and I was just like, bro, that's too much work.
Well, I thought you were gonna bail to bail, but then when you were saying like the logistics side of it, I was like, okay, yeah. Plus you're going on a trip right before or something, so. But just wanted to say that our reunion might just get pushed back a little because Vicky's not going to Coachella, and it looks like I'm not going to be in Korea while they're in Korea, so.
You know they're lifting quarantine at the end of March. That's the rumor. So they just extended curfew to 11.
Really?
Yeah, it happened yesterday. And then after they lifted it, in the same post, they're like, oh, it's in the discussion that they're going to lift quarantine in general. And the announcement will happen at the end of March. Dude, cases are so bad.
Yeah.
They should not be doing what they're doing. I think it's because no one's going to the hospital. That's why. It's like people are getting it, but it's asymptomatic or like very minimal symptoms.
Why is my mom telling me that there's so many people going to the hospital?
I think people just get scared.
What was it called? So many members in 17 got COVID, like it just one after another, which is obvious because they all like live together. And then I was telling Vicky, I was like, Vicky, we're literally fucking built different.
Bro, Mark and Jackson are in
Korea.
Wait, they're in Korea?
Yeah, Mark came from, because he was in Paris Fashion Week and he landed in Korea yesterday, and people are speculating that Jackson secretly flew into Korea already. People are speculating that they're both in Korea preparing for like some sort of got7 comeback. I was like, bro, Mark's in Korea, and I got so excited.
Oh my god.
Is it
wow.
fate? Hi, I'm Korea. I am in Korea.
I'm Korea.
Bruh, Jam, you just need to go to that one bowling alley in LA.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, I didn't know so many 17 members also got COVID.
Oh, yeah. And the reason why I was like, oh, we're built so different is because actually one of my friend, like 2 weeks ago or last week, she got it and I hung out with her. I'm still like completely fine. Like, it's been like a week and a half already. I'm like completely fine.
What the heck? Maybe we're all just built different.
like I truly believe that I'm like fucking built different.
Let me
yeah,
just
I'm
get
not built
myself
different.
out of here and like in safety zone, and then I'll be like, I'm built different. But right now I'm still around students. Like every time my bosses tell me, oh, your student tested positive, I freak out. I'm like, oh fuck, I got it. And like I feel the symptoms, and I have to test negative multiple times for me to believe that I haven't gotten it.
Wait, can you guys just get like easy access to COVID tests?
Yeah.
Not PCR, but rapid tests, yes.
What are we doing
They sell
here?
it at the convenience
What am
store
I doing
here.
here? I think Jam for sure is just built different.
I literally 3 days before I sold my Coachella ticket finally made my Coachella playlist, and now I have to delete it.
You don't have to delete it.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it because it's just gonna make me sad.
Vicky, do you have like a burning desire to see anyone live? Because you're okay with like not going to big crowded stuff. So I don't know if you genuinely would get excited to go to a concert if it was for some artist in particular.
Yeah. I was literally just telling Jam how, like, even though I'm, like, quote unquote sad about Coachella, I'm, like, a little more relieved because it's a big group of people. And I could go the rest of my life not going to, like, big events like that. But for smaller events, I hella would because it's more intimate and, like, not as chaotic. But probably Rihanna's one of them. Nicki, PH1, J Park, got7.
So Head in the Clouds, maybe?
Yeah, I think the next festival that I would, like, guarantee, like, put in the work to go to is Head in the Clouds, probably.
Oh my god. Wait. Did we ever say this on the podcast? The other day when Vicky was calling her mom, not the other day, this was like almost a month ago. Oh, when Vicky called her mom, and then was your mom asked about the Jamila get a boyfriend yet? She didn't even ask
Oh yeah,
me.
you told us.
Oh really? I forgot.
That was
Yeah.
a while ago, but it happened again when Jam was here. So I was FaceTiming my mom in bed, and Jam was sitting downstairs, and then my mom was talking to me, and I think out of nowhere she was like, "So did Jamila get a boyfriend yet?" And
Is
she
it
didn't even
because she
ask
listens
me.
to our podcast?
I think so. I think she knows
Oh.
that Jam wants to date someone, so she always asks if she has found anyone.
So we all got someone in our lives asking us if we got boyfriends.
I'm just glad that Jamila's here, so they don't ask me. So then, once you get a boyfriend, then maybe they'll start worrying about me. But like, until then, it's still us three against the world, you know? I'm just ready to see you guys date. Like, I want to be there from start to finish, you know? Not to finish. I hope it doesn't finish. But
I was like, damn, you
the
put that first on my.
but like, I want them for the beginning, because Jam, I never got to see the beginning of anything. Like, I've only seen beginnings of, like, men who don't matter in your life. But then Sharon, I've seen a little bit, but I also don't like him. So I want to see, like, everything. And nothing was music related, but that's the whole point of this episode. We just kind of go everywhere.
Is that our ending?
Oh, I was just going to leave a memo in there because we talked about nothing related to music besides our songs.
Might as well end it.
That concludes our music sesh of the week. If you don't know, we also have our playlist on Spotify. I know we don't put it on our story, which we probably should, but we have a couple of playlists on our Spotify that you can also listen to. That's all of our tasted music. And that wraps up our episode. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.